Hey, what's up guys? Benny here and welcome to another episode of Benny's Bootcamp, where we have a world record for you today. 72 kills, duo versus squads, which is absolutely insane, by Lucky Chamu. There will be a link to his channel down in the description below. Also, 79% of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel, so subscribe so you don't miss out on any Warzone content. But this gameplay is absolutely insane. Like, he picks up so many kills and is the perfect way to work as a duo versus squad. So much stuff to learn. But the first fight of the game, he picks up with a kill with the MP7, doesn't quite down the other person, doesn't have enough time to get the reload off, but so, you know, just jump shot RPG over the box. But he knows there's going to be at least one or two more players from this squad, so he's going to be paying attention, group up with his teammate, because like, you just get rushed like crazy at the start of the game, and they managed to pick up that third kill for a pretty nice start to the game. So after that initial hot drop, it got a little bit quieter within Superstore, but one thing I see Lucky do, which everyone should be doing, is whenever you find proximity mines or claymores at early game, put them down. You never know, it might get you a kill later on in the match or save your life at some point. But they see someone trying to land in the chopper there. They must have been gutted. His teammate was just trying to scoop him up so they could fly off somewhere else. Switches to his weapon, notices he's not got any rockets left in his RPGs, he's not found any. This is a terrifying sight when you've just got players coming out of everywhere, people already coming back from the gulag, and that chopper is just trying to run them over. If you learn to be a good chopper pilot, you can get so many kills early game. It's one of my favorite things to do, but manages to take down the pilot, and because he has the high ground, he is then able to kind of pick so many easy kills up here. His teammate in duo squads has been able to pull the attention, leaving Lucky the ability just to take them out below, which is nice and easy. Now they're looking for one more, I believe. Okay, so his teammates spotted another team. Lucky is now holding that high ground. Such a huge advantage you can get in Warzone is always have, like, try and shoot enemies from different distances. Dropping down there was a little bit risky, but he's now got his Ram 7 out just to try and help out. But Biffle seems to just be absolutely slaying. And they've already got like 12 kills between them. All right, someone else with riot shield. All right, he's got knocked down. See, this is one of the most important things that a lot of people go, I'm not getting high kill games, or I'm getting taken out, or I don't have a high KD. Having a good teammate is so important, because right there, Lucky got taken down, but Biffle was able to come in from the side, down 2 players and get the revive off, which is crucial to getting high kill games. Right, using the cover there perfectly, making yourself as hard to hit, moving position now, because he's going to get called out, and also the enemy, his teammate, is going to know where he is based off of the mini-map red dot. So now they're pushing together. One's taking the right lane, one's the left. He's seen him left Superstore, so he's now going to be able to push. Plates up as much as he can. Comes out of sprint as he gets to the corner. Another very important thing to do. And just heard him go up and picks up that final kill from the squad to have 8 kills out of Superstore for the start of the game each. Okay, what's surprising for me here is they've decided not to go straight to a buy station to get their loadout. They've seen another squad at Reds, so they're going to take those out. They've still got the MP7 combo, still got floor loot. Like, normally you see in like high kill gameplays, people prioritize getting their loadout drops because it's so much easier to pick kills. All right, sees another squad. Oh, perfect. They were distracted by another team they're fighting. 2 easy kills with the MP7 there. It's going to get those confirmed and get their money as well. It's some of the easiest loot you're going to grab, just to help you get your loadout even easier. All right, so for one final guy, they've now wiped that squad. Well, one really important thing to point out here is they know people are on top of car shop. So what they're going to be able to do is push top red, because once again, you're going to have high ground on the other team, meaning you've got the advantage, rather than before when they were fighting on the bottom. And you saw when that team got wiped out, they were like looking up towards, I don't even know what people call that. I call it garage, but garage, I'm English, it's garage. I don't know what am I saying? The garage. All right, perfect. Jumps through, gets the window. He can now press this enemy team. See, his teammates, like, this is what's so important in when you're working with a duo, is right there. That was perfect. Perfect call out. And then Lucky was able to come in and clear up the kill. All right, so they're now using the buy station to get their loadouts. Another thing that you'll notice every top player buys is UAVs. They won't go for a self-res early game because a UAV is more valuable when less people are on the map. And something I found really interesting, it's gone straight for the Ghost class and is then using an M4 with a red dot sight, rather than a lot of the M4 setups that you use. Like, one thing I have noticed is players that aren't using the Growl are now starting to use other assault rifles, but always with an optic to kind of be able to land their shots as consistently as possible. Okay, now they're using that UAV, seeing where enemy players are, because not that many people are going to have Ghost yet. So you're going to be able to be really aggressive, which is key for high kill games. All right, you have to be aggressive. So seeing the enemy team uses the SMG, still with that floor loot MP5, just shows how powerful it is as a starting weapon in the game. But another easy 2 kills to pick up there. Okay, picking up that trophy system there is a key part to be getting high kill games, because he can now put it on his vehicle, which is going to allow him to be a lot more aggressive and be able to push squads a lot faster than if he didn't have that trophy system, because everyone gets taken out by a C4 when they're driving a car. This is insane. Sorry, I have noticed this because they've split up. They've decided not to. They've gone, all right, you go wipe that part of the map. I'll go clear this part of the map. And now they're operating as 2 individuals to try and pick up as many kills as possible, going for that world record. I don't get why, but you can just get out of vehicles with no damage at full speed, which just gives you such a huge advantage because people don't expect the moment that you're going to get out. He's lost track of this player a little bit. Hasn't used his heartbeat sensor, but hears him on the sound, comes up behind him and is able to pick up an easy kill. But he's going to have to be hyper aware now because his teammates are going to know exactly where he's been killed from because he's going to have called him out. And there we go, straight away. Gets pushed from behind and is able to pick up that second kill. You have to be aware of that. When you down an enemy player, expect to be pushed almost instantly by his teammates. All right, so he's just marked a buy station to try and get more UAVs in so they can keep that momentum going for the high kill game. They're definitely on for the world record. Already got 15 kills with 70 left alive. Has just seen a red dot in this village from that UAV. So he's kind of let the vehicle drive along, hop out once he's got to the wall cover, and now he can push in here. Like, one big thing I'll notice is he's used that vehicle to kind of throw off that player. But have you noticed every time he enters a room, he's coming out of sprint as he gets to the doorway. So he's ready to start shooting. And has also just thrown his airstrike off into the distance, hoping to get an extra kill, which is a smart thing to do because he's going to be buying more UAVs. All right, so he's just seen another player, calls in his UAV to see if there's extra teammates around here. Oh. C4 on the top. Here's the guy getting the back and just absolutely destroys that player, which was beautiful to see. All right, so Lucky has just seen a vehicle come, which is heading towards the buy station. These are always great opportunities. One of the reasons I like to hang around buy stations is because you can get so many easy kills because people are so focused on either getting UAVs, more plates, or whatever they need, and you can get some easy kills. So just goes on. Let's just rewind and just make sure we see this engagement properly. So he's been putting shots down, you make sure it's suppressor. Here's the other guy going here, and because he's getting up close, switches to that MP7, which is still a ground loot MP7. Just shows what you can do with some of the starting weapons in the game. Gets in a bit of cover so he can play up, using that MP7 once again, repositioning. That guy did not react at all from breaking that window, which is very, very lucky. And now he's going to reposition again. Because remember, teammates are always going to come to an area where you've taken one of them down. So he can now sit around here and just wait for that other player to appear and just take that moment so he's got the control on the gunfight. Straight away, easy down, sees the other player, snaps onto him perfectly. And he hasn't got a team wipe yet. So we got very lucky there, pushing in. But plating straight away, using this cover. You'll notice he uses the exact same spot as he used last time because he knows that he can't be seen from other angles, and he's got multiple escape routes, resets the position, goes back down, and gets the other kill. Like, perfect. Reposition. Learn areas of the map like that so you know where's safe to play, and like how you can manipulate enemy players. But straight away, look how many dead bodies are in this single building. He's just gone from like 18 kills to 23 in no time at all. Perfect. And with a ground, like, floor loot MP7. Okay, so once again, they're going to want to work together to be able to get a VSAT in so they can see where the majority of players are on the map. And what's really interesting here is you'll notice he'll take a moment just to look at the map and mark where enemy squads are. He's not rushing straight away to the nearest team. They've got that VSAT in. They're marking players so they know exactly where everyone is based. And he's moving into the map because he knows that squad on the side. He's going to be able to get them eventually, but people could kill these players that are more inside. So it's prioritizing your targets so you can get the most kills possible. All right, so they're just pushing this another squad right now, using the vehicle to move around quickly. Takes the high ground, so he's got an advantage. And this is the consistencies of when you watch people who are very good at the game. They do the same things. They approach it different gunfights slightly differently, but they are doing fundamentally the same sort of tactics to consistently win their fights. Sees the guy in the bottom of the window and one up top as well. It's a very, very sticky situation here. Gets it down. All right, he's not going to rush for that kill because he knows his teammate is going to go for the revive. So this allows him to push into the building. Use this. Look, he doesn't fire straight away. Get some shots, push down because he knows he's at a disadvantage. That guy's got the high ground there and can pre-aim him as he comes up the stairs. So he's going to wait and listen until he knows that the other teammate, the enemy, is either coming down the stairs so he can get the jump on or he can get a res off. His teammate is also coming to help. Here's the guy coming through the window, picks up that kill and confirms it. All right. It's so clever. It's just changing your tempo based on the environment that you're in. All right, he's with his teammate now for the first time in a long time, goes down, but because they've grouped up, Biffle's able to go in there, clean up, and is on a 30 kill streak himself. So they're on 30 and 25 kills with 30 players left in the game. By the way, these are the situations you do not want to be in Warzone. Getting shot from a squad and now getting shot from behind. It's why, like, knowing where enemy squads are is so important. But repositions, gets in the cover, switches to assault rifle, and they just, like, Chamu and Biffle there just destroy those two. That was disgusting. Now, what I really want to point here is a huge tip for endgame. You'll notice they're trying to now control the circle's edge and control that area so they have the enemy squads coming towards them. So they've now got an open point. He's going to wait. So he's got a clear shot on them, moves into cover himself, knows he's got an advantage because they have to cross that road. And because they know they've got a good shot, they're going to be able to easily down an enemy player. But he's now getting focused. He's not going to re-peak that position, or is he? Like, this is quite interesting because in a lot of situations, you don't want to re-peak the same position every single time because you want to make it so that the enemy player has to do something when you appear on, like, their screen. You don't want to just be like, kind of, all right, cool, I'm pre-aiming, there you are. It's going to be an easy down for them. So constantly re-peaking different points. And this is the situation you want to be in, right? Right here. Right? When the circle and gas is pushing enemy players in, this is the ideal environment that you want to be in. You want to have the high ground and they've just got to run across open ground because, right, if you've got a good shot, you've got some of the easiest kills. They've got no cover they can dip into and you can wipe a squad without them really being able to do any damage to you, which is, like, the dream. Okay, so towards end game, you'll notice you'll always want to prioritize getting bounty contracts so you can find exactly where the enemy squads are if you don't have UAVs. But also look at how Chamu is kind of like moving across the map. He's constantly slide canceling, making himself as difficult to hit if someone shoots him from inside because they don't know where every squad is. Sees someone inside the building. Once again, just takes that second, then pushes into the room. And what are those guys doing? Okay, pushes out. Runs away, knows his teammate is coming in through the other door, so he can buys him a few seconds and then he can go in and help his teammate out. And they can wipe an entire squad really easily together. There we go, straight down wipe. So this is one of the reasons that I always say try and play with the same people, like, over and over again. Because when you push into a building like this, let's just go from the start of this fight. All right, so Chamu's the first player in, right? And he's going to draw the attention to this doorway. So he goes in, gets 2 downs. Everyone else on that squad is going to react and now focus on Lucky. All right. And then Biffle can then come in from a different angle where they're not expecting, which is going to cause reactions. And then Lucky can then come straight back into the room again. And it's learning to work with your teammate like that. So you're always pulling attention and then kind of being able to take advantage on enemy players. And it makes them look bad if you do it correctly. This is always a really nervy time when it comes to endgame, is when you've got to try and cross a ravine and you know what, the other squad's on the other side. So they're looping back around now because they know they're getting looked at from the snipers that are in fire station. So they're going to kind of just try and change the position they're coming from. Sees an enemy team. Once again, switching to that AR, both have different angles. You'll notice here. So if you look at the minimap, they've split to kind of work the angles on this player. So one's gone left, one's gone right. So he can't stay on the cover. And it's just kind of, it puts him in a really bad spot because he's going to sit there hoping to survive. And then he's just going to get absolutely annihilated by Biffle, who took the left route and is just really smart play. Something you should always be doing with your teammates. So something I really want to point out here is they're playing really slow because they don't know exactly where the final circle is going to come up. And they also know they're being looked at by the team at fire station. So they don't take any risks. They've not really aggressively pushed, even though they know at this stage, if they win this game, they're going to pick up enough kills to get the world record, which is always a nervy part. What you'll notice is when you're trying to cross places like this, you'll go as wide as you can, using that circle's edge to give you, like, the least amount of places that you can be shot from, right? Marked enemy teams. So they've seen a red dot on the map, so they know where one enemy team is located. They're going to try push the high ground. Sees him taken down. Gets it down. Sees the other teammate.
Got him. He's down.
Perfect.
Same spot.
Map position is key. Using half his body, he's not pushing over, is making sure that he's got cover and makes him as difficult to hit as possible. Biffle's playing a lot more aggressive right now. He's getting up and close in their faces, while Lucky is just kind of being that AR anchor, giving the kind of support from a distance. And Biffle's just been taken down by a sniper. Now, that is the problem. When you play aggressively, especially in these final circles, it's so easy for you to get third-partied by another squad. But Chamu's doing a really good spot. The communication between the two is key now. They kind of be going to tell exactly where the enemy players are, and they're down to the final 2 squads with 6 players left. Using that MP5, once again, floor loot weapon from the start being used in endgame. He sees the last one. That's another squad wipe. Now it's a 2v1 situation. 32 kills. Lucky's just down 1. Sorry, now it's 2v1. Now Biffle, once again, you'll see if you look at the minimap, look how he's working the angle. He's going wide and changing it so that Lucky is then able to press and get a different angle for him, and is drawing the fire. And then Biffle from the side, easiest kills you're ever going to see, and is going to be able to pick up the win for the team, because if they've got no chance at all. Straight away, 38 and 34 kills, a world record for a duo playing squads, which is absolutely insane. I will once again leave a link down to Lucky down in the description below. Absolute beast of a player. I love watching gameplays like that. And if you've got any yourself, please do send them to me, because I love looking at gameplay. One of the best ways to improve your own individual game. Subscribe if you're new and click one of the videos on screen for more Call of Duty Warzone Season 4 content, and I'll see you there.